All right, quick message for today. This is actually a really powerful message. The first one is the creative. This is pure source energy, pure yang energy. It's the divine blueprint of source, pure light intelligence descending. Initiates the 144 field seeding. Okay, that's just, if you're doing light body work, I Ching doesn't talk about that. So this is the pure creative force energy. It's pure source. So everything was birthed from source. Okay, it's everything in unity, in balance, divine feminine, divine masculine, divine child. It's all sitting there in potentiality. That's what this day is bringing. Okay, this situation, etc. There's a lot of energy here, though, and the energy shifts into a new beginning. Okay, and the new beginning starts with this initiate level learning phase where you have to work with humility and understanding of the fact that it's a new beginning. Okay, you aren't going to know everything right off the bat. Okay, so that's for some of you guys, knowing that. And then for others of you, this is two separate messages. For others of you, this is about stepping into your mastery. Okay. On the other side of that is about contemplation. Okay, so whether it's a new phase of initiation where you're learning things and it's brand new, there is a level of humility needed there. If you're stepping into your mastery, there's a level of humility there as well, but it's like an octave up. Either way, on the other side of that, you need to step into contemplation. And contemplation will allow you to look back at the creation that was made, where it shifted your life, where you are now, and the next actions to take after this. Okay, so we'll look at that a little bit here in a second. We have time. So the changing lines in the creative are, let's see. First flicker of divine intelligence, light impulse received, not yet grounded. So some of you guys could have received downloads, information, light codes, upgrades, etc., but it's not grounded. Okay, that was the first step here. So something came in and created a spark within you. Okay, then we have 3 egoic inflation risks. Light misused or misunderstood. So a lot of people get these spiritual downloads, this information, this coding, instead of being humble about it, allowing it to work through the system, through the light body, grounding it, and then working with it, they all of a sudden jump into this egoic sense of superiority from this light download or whatever it was, and then the energy becomes unstable. It has to be grounded, okay? And then we have 4, spiritual authority begins to stabilize, practice, don't perform, let light prove itself in form. So after this kind of initial jolt of, wow, I'm, whatever's going on with your fields, this new download, the new gifts that came in, the new light, then once you start grounding that energy, then you can step into your spiritual authority. Okay, and stabilize the energies. But you have to cross the threshold of the ego. If you get stuck in the ego of where and how amazing you're feeling and this new level of awareness, and you start getting cocky about that, it will destabilize. You'll get pushed back to the beginning. It can't integrate. The ego will stop it every single time. Okay, spiritual authority comes through humility and grounding. Okay. 5, pure guidance flows aligned with higher will. Trust the transmission, stay devoted. So if you cross the threshold from ego into spiritual authority, then the energies begin flowing. If your light body and your physical body is strong enough, the energies can move through them, okay, peacefully, without any distortions, resistance, or collapse, okay? Then we have the last line is the final warning, risk of spiritual overload or burnout, misuse of divine fire. Rest, avoid playing God, let source flow through you. So if you open up to these energies so completely without wisdom, they'll overwhelm your system, okay? These are the energies that are coming in right now. These really, really high powered, high frequencies, pure source energies, okay? And so I actually was going to do a full post on this, so I'll just talk about it shortly. I think I probably comment on this all the time. If your system is not prepared to accept these high frequencies, you're going to fry your nervous system, your mental field will fracture, your emotional field will fracture, your spiritual field will fracture, okay? And you're going to start seeing this more and more in people, okay? Especially people on the spiritual path, because the 3D people are kind of actually insulated. They're in their own little reality bubble over here, okay? They can't even access these frequencies. So if you're 4D and above and you're working on the spiritual path and you start trying to download tons of information and light, you're going to fry your system. You have to build the Merkaba first, okay? Really, really important to understand, okay? This is what we do in the Academy. I was shown to build it years ago. Now it's needed, okay? So please take that seriously. This energy is not a joke. It's not play. It's not make-believe. You're actually downloading really, really high frequencies, okay? It has to have a place to go. So if you try to pull those in and your field is unstable, it's going to start fracturing your field, okay? Has to be stable, okay? So the best thing to do is make sure your energy field is clear, balanced, chakras are open and balanced, and that you download what you're capable of and do not use any force, okay? Step up the Merkaba work, begin to heal, okay? As you heal, align, and elevate, then you can download more information, more light, okay? Or integrate more light, ground more light, okay? The bigger your light body, the more structured it is, the more stable it is, the more information can come through, okay? Information as light consciousness, okay? 4, changing to 20, we have line 2 and 5. Seeker resists guidance, rejection of mentorship, ego fears correction. Sorry, that's the first one. Cancel that. Line 2, beginners, humility yields genuine growth. Perfect moment to receive soul teaching. Okay, so I read the first line. I think it was intentional. Somebody needs to hear that. Someone's ego is getting in the way. There's a need to seek guidance, okay? 2, once you move past that ego, then your humility begins to yield growth, okay? It's a perfect moment to start receiving soul teaching, so learning from a mentor. And then 5, master teacher emerges within, embody your wisdom, don't just seek it, okay? So once you step into that humility's space, then you can start working as a master, energetic mastery, master teacher, and begin embodying your wisdom and not just seeking it, okay? So the different thing about my path and most people's paths that I'm aware of is we teach embodiment. It's not intellectual understanding. It's not just healing. It's not just understanding the science of spirituality. It's about embodying these high frequencies, grounding them, and doing the hard work to heal and align so that you can become a pure source fractal on the planet, okay? So those could be 2 groups of people, or it could be 2 phases of your growth. And lastly, before we run out of time here, contemplation. This is awakening the witness state, refine perception, and expand multisensory awareness. Energetic seeing becomes clear. So once you move through this, you will be able to sit in that space where you see all things with clarity, okay? Without distortion, because your field is clear. You're standing in that energetic mastery and able to move forward with absolute clarity. Okay, hope that was helpful. Sending love.